You are standing in the grocery aisle. On the left, the red onion. On the right, the white onion. Is there really a difference, or is it just color? Most shoppers assume they are nutritionally identical, but that is a mistake. One of these is a powerhouse for fighting inflammation containing up to 25 different types of anthocyanins. The other is a secret weapon for something else entirely, yet it lacks those specific anti-aging pigments. Today, we settle the debate, red versus white. By the end of this video, you will understand the chemistry behind the color. Welcome back to TEFA Content. Educational only, not medical advice. Onions are part of the allium family, but not all onions are created equal. If you are over 40, choosing the right one can provide better support for your metabolism and cell health. We are going to break this down by the numbers, so you know exactly which one to buy for your specific needs. Let's strip away the layers and look at the data. Both onions are low in calories and provide about 10% of your daily vitamin C per medium onion. But the red onion has a distinct advantage known as anthocyanins. These are the deep purple pigments that give berries and red onions their color. In nutritional analysis, red onions have been found to contain at least 25 different anthocyanins, whereas white onions contain 0. Research links these specific compounds to improved heart health markers and reduced oxidative stress. In fact, the total flavonoid content in red onions can be up to 8 times higher than in white onions depending on the soil quality. They are pale for a reason. However, white onions are not useless. They are rich in allicin, the sulfur compound that gives them that sharp bite and supports immune defense. White onions help stimulate the production of glutathione, the body's master antioxidant, but strictly for anti-aging potential and combating cellular damage. Red takes the lead by a significant margin. So red wins on antioxidant count, but which one wins on safety when cooking? The answer involves heat and nutrient retention. White onions are crunchy and hold their texture well. They are the best choice for Mexican cuisine stir-fries or stews because they don't bleed color. The mistake people make with red onions is boiling them in soups. Studies on cooking methods show that boiling onions can result in a 30% to 50% loss of their flavonoids, which leach out into the water within the first 30 minutes. If you throw that water away, you are throwing away half the benefits. The heat destroys some anthocyanins, and the color turns your beautiful soup into a muddy gray mess. The surprising swap is this. Instead of cooking red onions, try quick pickling. Soaking thin slices of red onion in lime juice or vinegar for just 15 minutes does not destroy the nutrients. In fact, an acidic environment helps stabilize the anthocyanins. This preserves the live enzymes and antioxidants, reduces the sharp bite, and turns them a brilliant pink. Use this as a topping to maximize nutrient absorption rather than cooking them to death. Now let's talk about the quercetin factor specifically for women over 40. Quercetin is a powerful flavonoid that is currently being studied for its role in managing blood pressure and supporting bone density. Nutritional data suggests that red onions can contain roughly 20 milligrams of quercetin per 100 grams of fresh weight, while white onions often contain less than 1 milligram per 100 grams. That is a massive difference. The highest concentration is found in the outermost rings. So if you are over 40, prioritize the red onion as your daily vitamin vegetable to ensure you are getting that high-dose quercetin naturally. Here is a grocery rule to ensure you get those numbers. Look for red onions with tight, shiny skins. If the neck is open or sprouting, the nutrients are already degrading to feed the sprout. But there is one major warning where you should avoid both types. Here is the caveat. For 80% of people, this is great prebiotic food that feeds good gut bacteria like bifidobacteria. But for those with IBS or sensitive stomachs, onions act like a balloon pump in your intestines. The fix is simple. If you love the flavor but hate the bloat, use green onion tops or scallions. The green part is low FODMAP but still provides beta-carotene, Or use onion-infused oil where you sauté large chunks of onion in oil and then discard the solid pieces before eating. The flavor compounds are oil-soluble, but the fermentable fructans are water-soluble and stay in the onion, keeping the oil safe for your gut. So who is the ultimate winner? Let's summarize the data. Red onion is the clear statistical winner for raw salads' antioxidant content. White onion is the functional winner for Mexican food stir-fries and stews, where texture and flavor balance are more important than raw antioxidant density. As a bonus, the yellow onion is the best all-rounder for caramelizing because it contains a higher balance of sulfur and sugar. Here is your simple plan starting today. First, buy red onions and use them raw in salads or pickled about 2 to 3 times a week to get your quercetin intake up. Second, buy white or yellow onions for cooking hot meals where you need that savory base. Third, peel carefully. Since the flavonoids are concentrated in the outer layers, peeling too deep can result in losing 20% of the quercetin and 75% of the anthocyanins instantly. Remember, onions can thin the blood slightly due to their antiplatelet activity. If you're on blood thinners, keep your intake consistent and do not suddenly start eating 3 onions a day. Coming up next, I have a guide on the 10-minute garlic rule that maximizes cancer-fighting compounds by allowing enzymes to activate before cooking. Do you want to see that? Comment garlic below. Stay healthy with Tefa.